Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Hey, good morning, folks.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat.
Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are.
There it is, team. Morning. Morning, wherever you're tuning in from today.
Early bird gets the worm, they say. Here at Positive, we offer a 6-star team. It's a team that help you at every stage of your wealth creation journey.
Morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all super well and you've had a good long weekend over the break. I know the back of my place, we had all the neighbours' kids out running around finding Easter eggs. So I hope you got some chocolates into you over the weekend. But there it is, team. Wednesday, 23rd of April, 8:10, Wealth Coffee Chats. We're here for an edition today. If you haven't met me before, my name's Cass Shosted, representing the Property Management Group, as I said. And on a Wednesday here on Wealth Coffee Chats for Property Management, we share some insights into what the market, the rents are looking like. We also unpack all things when it comes to tenancies and how to run it, how to basically help you hold that real estate for a period of time. And I'm going to share some cool results this morning that some of you might have seen me post yesterday, but I just want to maybe deep dive into this one a little bit more, have a chat with you guys as well. So if you haven't met me before, welcome along. If you have, you've got me again. So might be a good thing, might not be, who knows. But topic, team, hey, did you buy in COVID? Because I want to show you what some of our clients have experienced over the last couple of years when it comes through, all the noise that was at the time through COVID. You shouldn't buy, you should buy. There's a lot of noise, a lot of challenges. I'm going to try and navigate this through with you guys. So maybe pop in the chat if you bought a property in COVID. Love to know. I think it's a really good place to start this morning. So please, team, pop it in the chat. If you bought property in COVID, let me know. Maybe let me know where if that was in Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, perhaps maybe Adelaide, Perth. It's on a bit of a run at the moment. So hey, let's chat about that this morning. As you guys do that for me, there's a few of you guys are the regulars. Bunty, morning, mate. Jeff, g'day, mate. Hope you're well. I'm doing super well. Scotty's on as well this morning. So team, thought I'd as I said, share a bit of the story today because only about 2.5 years ago now, there was a development called Spark Street in Chermside. Now, if you don't know where Chermside is in the northern suburbs of Brisbane, but in that inner city ring. Here we go, Jeff. Jeff's bought 4, mate. Go, Jeff. Awesome stuff. So, hey, maybe some of these results today might look like something similar to you. And, through this suburb of Chermside, team, what we know today is that there's been significant rent growth, capital growth, all sorts of cool things happening in the marketplace. And just want to take you through kind of what it looks like. so you guys get a bit of an idea. So if you bought in Chermside in the Spark Street deal, maybe also let me know in the chat. That'd be good to know you guys are tuning in, because pretty sure you're going to want to hear this sort of stuff. So if you remember, here it was 2 towers, Tower 1, Tower 2, and circa about 12 levels from memory. And so before I show you the actual results in this space, like I say, the purchase price for a 1-bed and a 2-bed back in 2022, correct me if I'm wrong, team, let me know, but I think it was 2022, you could buy a 1-bedroom unit in Chermside in this particular development anywhere from 360 to 380,000 from what I understand. And the 2-bedroom properties, I think you could nab one there at the lowest there at 462, up just over, I think it was just over $500,000 there for a 2-bedroom apartment. And some of these, had city views, some of them didn't, higher levels, lower levels, different square meterage, but you get the drift where we're going with this on the purchase price. What's really interesting is the rents back in 2022 for the 1-bed was, I think from memory, around, what did I write down here? $400 per week. That's right. It was about $400 per week at the time. And for the 2-beds, we could get 2-beds there anywhere between, I think it was $470 to $500 per week. So if you're following along here, you can get a 1-bedroom apartment there, 360,000, 2-bed from 460,000, getting $400 a week for the 1-beds and up to $500 for the 2-beds. What was really interesting as we move along was where we are today in 2025. Now, obviously, holding real estate is challenging, team. In this particular deal, what we did know is that, there's the initial vacancy when we have, a number of properties settling at the one time, and we've got to obviously put a marketing strategy together to get them leased as fast as possible. So there might have been some, holding costs at the start of your ownership of this particular product. We had to work through defects. Not everything got done at or price settlement, obviously. And so, sometimes those things took a little bit of time. Some are still outstanding potentially. And so there's, we've got to work out what's right and what's wrong in that space and navigate our way through defects, because they are quite common. Through that time of ownership, how many interest rate rises have we had, right? All the holding costs, the environment that we are in today in the marketplace. And so what you can see, team, is a lot of noise, right? So we've sat with our advising team, we've built out a plan, we've taken some action, we bought a property when everyone else told us not to. We held on to that property for only 2.5 years into the 3rd year of ownership. So we're still very early on, team. Remember, a lot of you guys buy to hold real estate for 10, 15 plus years, which is really, really interesting how a lot of people, move their assets on. Scott's 2-year build, house and land in Brisbane. Yeah, so there could be some delays as well, which is a great point to make, Scott, in that space. And so you fast forward to 2025, and the reason I bring this up is because some of the owners have decided to move the asset on, and maybe they're reinvesting in something else. Maybe life, changes in that field. And where we are today is with the rents here, and I'll scroll down and show you the real cool thing in a moment. You can get a 1-bedroom at the moment for probably at least $500 per week. I'm being very conservative here, team, very conservative. I actually think you can get more. But the 2-bedrooms, again, being conservative here at $650. And so what we can see here is that there's at least $100 rent increase on the 1-bedders, and call it $150 on 2-bedders. Now, I would argue if we put those properties on the market today, we're probably getting maybe $550 for the 1s and $700 for the 2s. And so, we can add more growth in today's when we look at that. What's really interesting here, team, is when we go down to the actual sales that occurred only a week ago, is that you can find a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car space apartment here on level 2, I believe, north facing. So this one didn't have any city views, and it sold for $700,000. Now this has been purchased by someone who is going to look to move into the property once The lease is up, to my understanding, if not already, owner-occupier. And again, this one up on level 6 in Tower 1. Now, you might be able to see, don't know if I can zoom in on that. Maybe you can see there a bit of city views. I've been to this building. It's a lot clearer when you're standing on the balcony than probably the photo I'm showing you right now. But really tidy 2-bed, 2-bath. And this one had the extra car space here. But then 771,500. Now, I don't think I've seen a higher sale price in this particular building. And so if you remember what we said, the 2-bedroom were purchased from 460 to 500. So given this one's got the extra car space, I believe this one probably was first purchased around that $500,000 mark. We're talking upwards of $250,000 lift in capital growth from purchase price only 2.5 years ago as we move into the third year. So fantastic result for obviously these particular investors in this space. And like we say, sometimes selling strategically is really good. But for those that are playing the long-term game here and going to hold that real estate, the question is right now, where do I go from here, right? Do I need to maybe reach out to my coach and get a strategy meeting? That might be the best play for you guys right now to understand, where the market is. When's the last time we reviewed our interest rate? And, if you come to Wealth Coffee Chats on a Friday, Kang and the team talk about that all the time. And I think that's a really good point at this point in time. I see a lot of clients at the moment. In 2024, we had a significant number of our clients inside and outside the group sell their assets. And I'd say 50% of those sales were probably sales that, probably didn't align with their strategy initially. They didn't have a strategy meeting with their coach potentially. And so what we want to make sure is that we're helping you guys as part of your 6-star team to jump on board when we get results like this, to check back in with our team, our advising team, our tax team, our accounting team, our finance team, our coaches, and make sure, and even your property managers for that fact, to make sure, again, we are targeting the new market rent of 2025 and not still stuck on rent in 2022. So with that said, team, just a bit of a reminder this morning that, stick to your strategy, your plan will come together. And it's important, you reach out to your 6-star. If there's any questions, team, let me know. If you want more detail on that deal and how we go about these sorts of things, then obviously your 6-star team's here to help. What I want to do before we wrap up today, guys, is if you don't already know, on the 13th to 15th of June, there is a little event on the Gold Coast called the Property Summit. If you've heard about it already, you got your tickets, then well done to you. If you haven't, we've got a little sneak peek on what that looks like. Whilst this video plays, team, and I'll pop a bit of a link in there. If you're part of the mentoring group and you want to come along, you want to see Jason, Andy Fenton, the great Sam Saggers, there's a few guests as well coming along to share all their wisdom. And tell you what, reach out to your coach. They'll get you a ticket. Chat to them about that. If you're not part of the mentoring group, that's okay. I'm going to pop a link chat as well for you guys to take a look. But check this out, and I'll be back in a moment.
All right, this is going to be fun. Who has played the property game before? Who has been in the game? Who's never played the property game before? Oh, you're in for a treat. Who likes Monopoly? Did anyone like Monopoly when they were a kid? Well, this is Monopoly in real life in this room. Every hour or so, you guys are going to be up and you're going to be running around the room like maniacs trying to play the property game and win the property game.
Today, I wanted to share the lessons, the mistakes, and the wins.
I want everybody to put up their hands who knows their interest rates on all their loans right now.
If you haven't seen me around before, like 13 years in the industry, in property management specifically.
Who likes paying tax? If you need help finding somewhere to donate, I'm sure I can find somewhere else where it can go.
No, we've got an expression in that, let's go and make new mistakes in the world. Who wants to make new mistakes?
These are just strategic moves that can make such a big difference.
So obviously buy well, never sell. Definitely the majority of what everyone's looking to do is collect some A-grade assets, B-grade assets, whatever it might be.
I loved the idea of being a property investor and developing that identity.
Collectively, they have way more years experience in everything that you think you're trying to solve. Because they do it every single day.
There it is, team. 13th to 15th of June. Don't miss it. That was just a sneak peek. And yes, he is right. It is Monopoly in real life. It's a super cool event. So, all right, team. That's it for Wealth Coffee Chats on a Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. Hope that helps shed some more insight to what the market's been doing over the past 2 to 3 years in particular. When a lot of people in the mainstream media said don't buy in COVID, but there you go. All right, that's it. Don't forget, 8:10 tomorrow, tune in for another episode of Wealth Coffee Chats. I think we've got the financial planning team on tomorrow. So be well. See you there. Thanks, team.
Thanks for watching another episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6-Star team here at positivementor.com.au.